Hi, everyone. Welcome to Living Wisdom and Dharma World. Today, we will explore the fascinating connection between Albert Einstein and Buddhism. What did Einstein think about Buddhism? Why did he regard it as compatible with science? And how does Buddhism itself align with modern scientific principles? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to inspire others on their path of discovery. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflections may spark meaningful conversations and mutual growth. Together, let's start our exploration. Einstein's view on Buddhism. Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientific minds in history, is often quoted as saying, "The religion of the future will be a cosmic religion. It should transcend personal God and avoid dogma and theology, covering both the natural and the spiritual. It should be based on a religious sense, arising from the experience of all things, natural and spiritual, as a meaningful unity." Buddhism answers this description. While the authenticity of this exact quote is debated, Einstein indeed admired Buddhism's philosophical depth and scientific approach to understanding reality. He viewed Buddhism as free from rigid dogmas and more focused on inquiry, experience, and a deep understanding of nature. Unlike many religions that rely on faith in a creator God, Buddhism emphasizes wisdom, prajna, and direct experience, which resonated with Einstein's scientific outlook. Why did Einstein see Buddhism as scientific? Einstein appreciated certain aspects of Buddhism that paralleled his scientific worldview. Let's examine three key reasons in greater detail. 1. Emphasis on empirical investigation. Buddhism, especially in the tradition of the Kalama Sutta, encourages inquiry, personal experience, and reason over blind faith. The Buddha himself advised his followers, "Do not go upon what has been acquired by repeated hearing, nor upon tradition, nor upon rumor, but after observation and analysis, when you find that anything agrees with reason and is conducive to the good and benefit of one and all, then accept it and live up to it." This emphasis on direct experience and questioning aligns with the scientific method, which relies on observation, experimentation, and logical deduction. Einstein himself followed this principle, advocating for open-minded investigation rather than accepting ideas based on authority alone. In meditation, practitioners observe their thoughts and emotions without preconceived notions, much like a scientist observing a phenomenon without bias. 2. Interdependence and relativity. In Buddhist thought, everything arises due to causes and conditions or dependent origination, meaning that no entity exists independently. This idea is mirrored in Einstein's theory of relativity, which states that space and time are interwoven and dependent on the observer. Just as Einstein's relativity demonstrated that time is not absolute but depends on the speed of the observer, Buddhist philosophy asserts that nothing has an independent, permanent essence. Instead, all things exist in a network of interdependent relationships. In physics, the concept of entanglement shows that particles are deeply connected regardless of distance. This reflects the Buddhist idea that all things influence each other, reinforcing the interconnected nature of existence. 3. Illusion of a permanent reality. Buddhism teaches the impermanence, anicca, of all phenomena, a principle that aligns with modern physics, which describes the dynamic and ever-changing nature of the universe. Quantum mechanics reveals that particles do not have fixed states, but exist in probabilities and relationships. This concept closely resembles the Buddhist teaching of sunyata, emptiness, which posits that all things are devoid of inherent existence and only arise due to conditions. The wave-particle duality in quantum mechanics suggests that electrons do not have a fixed form until observed, much like the Buddhist view that reality is shaped by perception and conditions rather than having an inherent essence. Buddhism and science, a deeper alignment. Now, let's explore how Buddhism aligns with some modern scientific concepts with more detailed examples. Quantum mechanics and sunyata, emptiness. Quantum physics suggests that particles exist in interdependent states, much like Nagarjuna's Madhyamaka philosophy, which teaches that all things lack inherent existence and exist only in relation to other things. In quantum entanglement, two particles remain connected even when separated by vast distances. This challenges classical notions of independent existence, much like Buddhism's concept that all things are interconnected and interdependent. Cosmology and Buddhist impermanence. The Big Bang Theory suggests a beginning to the universe, followed by constant expansion and change. This aligns with the Buddhist idea that all conditioned things arise and pass away due to causes and conditions. The Buddhist analogy of a flame passing from one candle to another explains rebirth, not as a transfer of a fixed entity, but as a continuation of conditions, much like how energy transforms but never disappears in physics. Neuroscience and non-self, anatta. Studies in neuroscience indicate that there is no single, unchanging self in the brain. Consciousness arises from complex processes, much like the Buddhist doctrine of non-self. Modern neuroscience has found that our sense of self is a construct of multiple neural networks working together rather than an unchanging entity. This aligns with the Buddhist teaching that the self is a collection of 5 aggregates: skandhas, form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness, rather than a fixed identity. Buddhist meditation and its scientific benefits. In recent years, studies have shown that meditation has profound effects on the brain, reducing stress, enhancing focus, and even changing brain structure. Mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, derived from Buddhist meditation practices, is widely used in medical and psychological treatments. MRI scans of long-term meditators show increased gray matter in areas related to attention and emotional regulation, validating the practical benefits of Buddhist teachings. Conclusion: the future of Buddhism and science. Einstein's admiration for Buddhism stemmed from its rational, experiential, and non-dogmatic approach to reality. In an age where science and spirituality often seem at odds, Buddhism provides a middle path that embraces both reason and deep contemplation. As we move into the future, the dialogue between Buddhism and science continues to grow. Mindfulness, meditation, and the study of consciousness are now being explored in neuroscience and psychology, offering practical applications for modern life. Perhaps, as Einstein suggested, the wisdom of Buddhism holds the key to a future where science and spirituality coexist harmoniously, offering humanity a profound understanding of both the cosmos and the mind. Thank you for joining in this exploration with Living Wisdom and Dharma World. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe to Living Wisdom and Dharma World for more teachings on the path to enlightenment, which also allows the system to recommend more people to the discovery. May wisdom and insight guide your journey. May your practice and pursuit of truth bring you wisdom, happiness, and liberation.